Arjuna, but that was more in the form of, chivalrous things. Oh, Arjuna, Savya Sachin, or Parantapa, and all those things. But here, Uddhava, we can see his rasa with Krishna, very sweet. And he's saying all sweet things to our Uddhava. Oh, kind Uddhava, seeing him as an old, dirty beggar, rowdy persons would dishonor him with many insults. So that is the thing. Once you become a devotee, then people, those who are not good, very materialistic persons will take advantage. Oh, now this person won't retaliate. Let us poke him. Let us give insults, all these things. Kechit trivenum jagruhur eke patram kamandalum pitam Chaikeksha Sutram Cha Kantam Chirani Kechana Pradaya Cha Punastani Darshitani Adadhur Mune. Some of these persons would take away his sannyasi rod, and some the water pot which he was using as a begging bowl. Some took his deerskin seat, some his chanting beads, and some would steal his torn, ragged clothing. Displaying these things before him, they would pretend to offer them back, but would then hide them again. Just imagine how much tolerance one must have. He doesn't have anything, nothing, just torn clothes and kamandalu and danda. One might think, oh, he's a beggar. But even those things they wanted to steal and tease him and, hide it again. Annam cha vaikshya sampannam Bhunjanasya sarittate mutrayanti cha papishta stivanti asya cha murdani. When he was sitting on the bank of a river, about to partake of the food that he had collected by his begging, such sinful rascals would come and pass urine on it, and they would dare to spit on his head. There are such evil people. When they see a sadhu, they want to harass. What did he do to them? He is just peacefully walking around. Then why do they feel like tormenting him? You can see the psychology of the asura, of the materialist. He just hates to see a sadhu. He just hates it. I suppose it disturbs his mind that why this guy is like this. I want to enjoy myself. And then they think something causes, or they just hate it. The asuras hate sadhus because, okay, at least they have a reason. They think that the devatas get very powerful by their yajnas. But here, simply for the sake of, they just, it's a kind of, I don't know, it's a very freaky, perverse mentality in materialistic people to look down and make fun of spiritualists. In college, it was a Christian college, and even in, yeah, and there were nuns there, and all, I mean, many of the people, and at least the materialistic people, no, no, the outside people and all, they will always make crack jokes on nuns, and now coming to think of it, why? And I've also laughed along with them. It's a very sad state of affairs because I didn't realize what was happening. And of course, I respected them very much. I had good relations with them. I never did that. But then people made fun of them, and they thought they were very weird. So that is the kind of mentality. If somebody is a sadhu, then the materialistic people. So here it is extreme that they've had to do such horrible things. So, but anyway, Krishna allowed it to happen because it was purification for him to become very, very, very humble, because he was not at all like that in his material life. And now Krishna is very happy with him. He wants to take him back home, back to Godhead. And so he's allowing all these things to happen so that to tolerate this, how much one has to be in spiritual consciousness and not attack them, not say anything. So that is, of course, we don't have to undergo such great, insults and this thing. But the minute you become a sadhu, then the evil, materialistic people will attack. And one has to be very tolerant. And of course, we should, if they are insulting Krishna or the Shastra or the Guru, then we should become like lion and defeat them. But if it's us they are insulting, just keep quiet. What does it matter? If we can change them, then we try. But if they cannot, and if they are like this, foolish people, they're just going to become worse if you talk. And just keep quiet and pray to Krishna for them, not get angry or curse them. So that is part of our thing, Krishna consciousness. These austerities, yes, especially humility austerity, will be there, because that is the last thing before going back to Godhead. False ego is the one which is keeping us here. And there will be tests where our ego will be hurt, and we have to surrender to Krishna. And Krishna is very, very kind. So he will, as much as we can take, only that much he will give. And by taking shelter of him, we will overcome that. And then understand it's so wonderful not to be affected by praise or blame. Both are same. Both are not real. The reality is, as a servant of Krishna, it's all glorious. Whatever we do as a servant of Krishna, it's glorious. So we don't need anybody to give us testimony that you did nice, you don't do nice. If they say it's nice, of course, but a devotee does not hanker for it. Because what does it matter? Anyway, whatever we do, but the devotee thinks, actually, I'm not at all, I didn't do anything. By Krishna's mercy, it's happening. And which is a fact. That is why a devotee is not affected, because anyway, I didn't do anything. Krishna, he is the cause of all causes. And anything doesn't go well, then I need to take the blame, because I didn't follow Krishna's instructions properly. But if I followed and something went well, then we glorify Krishna, by whose mercy something I was able to do. So in this way, that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is why he gave only that instruction. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishna. Most difficult thing to follow. But if we follow it, then that is it. We're already liberated. Okay, I'll stop now. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments?
Mataji, please accept my humble wishes. Mataji.
Yeah, please accept my humble obeisances.
Mataji, I'm so sorry. Actually, I forgot to record it. Vidhi Prabhu just reminded me, so please forgive me. It was a very nectarian
Then why did you
action, I
say
think.
I am here? You said, I was asking, oh, Abhay Prabhu, and then I said Vinod Prabhu, and you said I am here, Mataji. So I thought you were going to do that.
Actually, what happened, Mataji? I thought you will ask me the verse number, so that is what I was thinking, but I did not realize that I have to record it. Actually, sorry
Okay.
for that.
All right, no problem.
Just forgive me.
Okay.
So, Mataji, one question I have is so after this Brahman lost everything, he started realizing, but before that, it did not happen? Like in the beginning.
Beginning or because of material attachment, mode of passion, lust to enjoy this material world. That is the greatest enemy. And opposite of that is service to Krishna. That's all. If you just change from lust to service, then all this will automatically come within our heart. And we will not think it's so nice to just enjoy for my own sense gratification. But automatically we'll get more pleasure in using it for Krishna's service. So that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, simply chant Hare Krishna. Everything will become okay. Because of that, lust gets converted to service attitude.
Okay,
The Avanti Brahmanas is another yeah, that is another, you have to you have to take sannyas, and then that is the general varnashram type. But now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a method by which all this knowledge can awaken in our heart simply by chanting sincerely and hearing the Hare Krishna mantra in a very humble state of mind, that this holy name is Krishna himself, and with how much respect we should chant Hare Krishna mantra. Prabhupada said, don't do this fast chanting. Krish, Krish, Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram. Something just, no, it is Krishna himself. And we have to, this is all a relationship with Krishna. Is all, everything just through the holy name. That's why it is the most important. Chanting Hare Krishna is the most important activity, because it gives us our relationship with Krishna directly. You can directly experience if on a day you chanted and heard the holy name nicely, then you feel so happy, isn't it? That means you're experiencing Krishna. Prabhupada said, the happiness that you feel, that is Krishna. You're experiencing Krishna. So, how much we should want that? That is the only source of happiness. That is only happiness. Nothing else is happiness. Everything else is illusion. And if we have that happiness, then all whatever is said in the Shastras, we can easily do. Everything, all good qualities will automatically develop if you only do this. That is why chant, 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 chant all the time. In ISKCON, chant Hare Krishna mantra. Why? Because the minute we establish a proper relationship with Krishna, all our problems are solved. Everything. No more suffering at all. Karma also disappears. All our sinful reactions also go away. And all our suffering stops. Everything goes away. I mean, all good things happen if we simply develop our relationship with Krishna. And that you can do simply by chanting and hearing and begging the Lord, please let me chant nicely. Let me hear. I'm going to hear. That just our hearing Hare Krishna mantra is the greatest service to Krishna, because we are acknowledging him. He's coming in his name, and then we are ready to accept him. And instead of just being so indifferent to him, we are actually worshipping him, and we are hearing him. He's so happy. And from that, all good things will happen. That's why we have to put all our effort only in hearing the holy name. That's all. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nameva Kevalam. Kalau Nastiva, Nastiva, Nastiva. Gatir Anyata, no other gati. For everyone, in whatever state they may be, whatever problems or good things they have in life, whatever, the only, or you have lot of desires, or you don't have any desires, or you want liberation, whatever you may want, the only hope by which to fulfill what you want is only please the Supreme Lord. And we have that access, right? Somehow, like somebody who has access to Modi ji, then they will think, everything, I'll just fly to Delhi, I'll get my work done. Then we are commoners, we don't know how to get our things done. But they know direct access, go to Modi and get, of course, not that Modi is like that, anything you ask, he will give or something. But still, your voice will be heard over there, and if you are justified, you'll get it. But here, so it's the same. We have access to Krishna, Hare Krishna mantra. Those who don't know something and all they're doing, and even they don't get good enough results. They do get some results, of course, but not good enough results. But Krishna, best of results, highest results, simply by listening to his holy names, chanting and listening. So that is all it is. Very simple. All the good qualities mentioned here and bad qualities we should avoid. Everything becomes very easy for a devotee if he simply takes trouble for this. Other things will come. We should be aware. We want to improve our mode of goodness. That's why we are hearing all this. Externally also we should try. Some people will say, no need to try only. that will come automatically when you chant. Okay, it will come, but you also can elevate your modes now. Then you can chant better also. So in both ways we try, then it's very fast. Externally also we try to be good, and internally also we hear the holy names, then very quickly we can. The whole point is, I feel I'm a servant of Krishna. That is the greatest happiness. I am that is should be our only identity. Then whatever work we do, we will enjoy that work, whatever it may be, because we are only thinking, okay, Krishna, you want me to do this now? I'll do it for you. And we think of Krishna and do it. That is the source of bliss, not what type of work I did, how much I did, and did I get something out of it. All that becomes immaterial. So that is why chanting is our breath every time, and we should be so greedy for that, that any in between time when we can chant, we should do it when we are doing some physical work, where you don't have to engage your mind in the work itself. Then you chant Hare Krishna. Beautiful. The work also will come out very nicely without much effort. And especially, in cooking, it is very true. You chant and cook, and the taste everywhere. It's amazing. It is so spiritually elevating also. When you eat it, it's not ordinary taste. You feel like constantly eating more and more and more, because it's a spiritual taste. So like that, every work, physical work, of course, mentally, if you have to engage, then still, if you're doing it for Krishna, then it'll turn out very well. So we have to try and experience Krishna in all our activities. Then it'll be beautiful in the way we deal with people, even with our family members. We think they're part and parcel of Krishna, and we have great love then. Actually, when you see them as parts of Krishna, then you have more love for them than if you think just the body thing connection. People think, oh, only when we think we are the body, we have love. Then thinking of them with Krishna and all that will become detached and become sannyasi. No, actual love is when you see them in their true this thing. So the Pandavas loved each other so much, even though they were always with Krishna. They were souls. So there is more love like that. So everything we do, if the only thing is we have to understand, I'm a servant of Krishna. So that is why chanting is so important. That's why Prabhupada said, okay, if they said, oh, Prabhupada, today no, I was so busy, I couldn't chant. Did you eat? Have you eat? No. Is there time to eat? Is there time to sleep? Yes, I have. Then give up that and chant. So they would be shocked, oh, Prabhupada, how to do that. But then that's how important it is. So we want the golden age. Yes?
No, I'm saying just thank you, Auntie. Very good.
Okay, we go for prayers. We pray for our chanting will work. We all have to pray and chant for our beloved Guru Maharaj's good health and longevity and protection from all diseases and lot of strength and miraculous cure, so that he just starts walking, walking on his own, and has perfect health and starts speaking very nicely. It can happen. Anything can happen in his life, but we have to pray for that. And that will be the testimony of our love for him and our faith in Krishna. And it can happen. Don't doubt that. Anything can happen with Guru Maharaj, because he is not his body. I mean, he is what? I don't know who he is in a spiritual realm, but he is a pure devotee and very dear to Krishna, so dear to Krishna because he's such a pure devotee. We can't even imagine how pure it is. Sometimes it's mind-boggling. How can anyone be so surrendered like him? So anything can
Yes,
happen in it.
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept your blessings. Mataji,
please.
now whatever Guru Maharaj is saying, we are able to understand very nicely, Mataji. No need of listening to translation also, translator. Very nicely, everyday classes.
Is it?
Yes, Mataji, we are able to understand what Guru Maharaj is speaking. All the sentences. Because
Okay.
Krishna's mercy, like I listen every day, Mataji. I want him, his association every day. So is lot we are able to understand very nice, clearly. My Devesh is also saying, Mataji, Amma, we are able to understand Guru Maharaj very nicely. I am also understanding, he was saying.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. So we hope that he can give himself much more. We can get much more. Now we have understood that how much how valuable his association is. And we are hankering. But when he can, like before, if he can give, we can, if he can just walk over everywhere and talk nicely to everyone, he can eat whatever he wants. That we hope it becomes like that. Anyway, so at least he should be able to have good health and not suffer. Okay, that's nice to hear that. Okay, because I heard somebody else telling me who is health when he's so sick now, and I can't understand. So that's why I was asking who is it. Okay, that's nice. Or maybe because you're hearing every day, you've learned to understand. Maybe I hope it's true that his speech is
No,
improving.
Mataji, Devesh is also able to understand. Sometimes some words, difficult words, we can't, but really, because he was telling like one word slowly, right, Mataji? So we are able to understand, Mataji. I am like Krishna's mercy, Guru Maharaj's mercy. I am able to understand it.
Okay, good. Hare Krishna. So we pray for him. Let us chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Then we pray for all Prabhupada disciples and all